Right, so it's about 10:30, 11:15, and we've got 11 kilometres left.
It's happening!
It's actually happening. We're gonna get there, and we're gonna sit down and not move.
Just sit. I've heard that there's a KFC and a Burger King right next to each other.
That, you know what? That fills me with so much joy and delight. Is you know what the C in KFC stands for, right? Camino. Or chicken.
Why the Camino?
No. Kentucky French Camino?
We're in Spain.
No, it's the French way, isn't it?
Why in Kentucky?
Because Yannick went to Kentucky last year.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that works. Cool. Yeah, we've only got a little bit left to go, and well, you can't believe it. We absolutely cannot believe it. Yeah, there's no words. I don't really know what else to say. We've been doing this for over, coming up to a month now. It's been tough. It's had its ups and downs. That's not just the hills.
Feels like a year we've been doing it for.
Yeah. Is this the airport?
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know. Probably. Yannick's a little bit further ahead. My ankle's been playing up today, this morning. And every so often, it's like a really sharp pain where I broke my ankle. And it really, really hurts. But to the point where I can't put any weight on it. I just kind of have to stop for a second and think about my life. But yeah, only a few more kilometres to go. Bye! Do you want to do it? Hey, this is Mr. Cook. Hi, Mr. Cook. What have we done?
We made it!
We made it! Wait, there it is. We made it! Can we have the cheering? The cheering is going to go now. we'll carry on. Look at this now. We made it. We actually made it. We got to the cathedral, and now let's go and touch it.
Oh no.
The cathedral. You have to do it on the count of 3, guys. So, 1, 2, 3. It's warm.
It's really very warm. I could hug it tonight.
We did it. And we've raised a lot of money for the school, so it's great. Here you go.
So we put our bags down, we've come out, and just come sit down against the wall. So we put our bags down.
We need to go somewhere.
Okay. We'll come back later, but we've had such an amazing experience coming here, and
It's been fantastic.
we'll get back to the stories right about now. So this is, well, it is a weird transition from the last clip where we were at the cathedral. We're in the airport now. We're coming home.
We're coming home better than the English football squad. Either of them.
I mean, they did come home.
We're coming home better than football came home during the World Cup. Either one. Either of them. They both didn't make it. I mean, the women's got further than we did, like the men's. But still, neither of them won.
It's about taking part.
Yes. Apart from when it comes to the football World Cup.
Okay, so we are at Santiago Airport. Yeah, we separately talked about the cathedral, Santiago Cathedral. We tried to get in, but they were maybe shut a bit.
Just a little bit shut.
It's a bit shut. We did touch the wall.
We did. We touched the
We
cathedral.
lived the Santiago experience by just hanging out with all of the pilgrims we'd met over all of the days. So after we went to Santiago, we went to Finisterre,
No, we went to
Muxia, and then we went to Finisterre, and then we came back to Santiago, and then we still found people that we walked with. We met, who did we meet that we walked with? Francesca, and we also met
Lauren, Justine.
Justine walked from like the middle of France.
Insane. It makes our pilgrimage look
She pretty much
bad.
did double what we did. Over 3 months, I think it was. Crazy.
Insane. We met a guy from Canada who did the Primitivo, which is like the
So there's about 8 different
Mountains.
routes. There's one across the coast, there's one from Portugal, there's an English one. There is an English one. The French way is I don't want to say the most prestigious way, but it's
the most common.
The most common, proper way.
Longest.
And it is
It's one of the longest.
one of the longest ways, 800 kilometers, plus the extra bit that we did. So that's always fun. Anyway, when we got to Santiago, it was absolutely amazing for the first time. It was Miss Green, Yannick and I, and this was the end of the day. We walked through the blazing heat. What time do you think it was? Was that 5 o'clock? Yeah. And we were just stumbling
Into the square.
down the square. Well,
Good.
first of all, actually, there was a hill. So I put a picture. No, I don't think we have a picture. There's a big hill.
I think Yannick does.
So there's a big hill right at the top overlooking Santiago, and that is where we first saw.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that's where we first saw the big city, and where it finally came to us that we pretty much finished. And you know, as we were just flying down that hill, we were trying to get there. You know, we just wanted to get there after all these days, and it was about, how long do you think the hill was? About
400 metres?
What?
Oh, 600 metres?
About 600 metres long, and right at the bottom.
This is awful.
So there was a man with a wheelchair, a power-assisted wheelchair. So it had 3 wheels, like a tricycle almost. 3 wheels that you push, 2 wheels you push along by hand, and then a little electric one in the front. And he was right at the bottom.
And his battery broke, like...
Yeah, so
he needs to move to be able to charge, but he wasn't able to push it up the hill. And he was struggling at the bottom, trying to get some power by like swinging left and right.
But he was right at the bottom, and it was a really steep hill.
Yeah, and most of the pilgrims
at least
just
10% incline.
past.
So all of the cyclists coming down the street, they stopped and then went around him. So like, so this Mr. Green and I saw the injustice in this, and we straight away literally chucked our bags on the side of the road, grabbed the back of the wheelchair, well, asked him first, and then grabbed the back of his wheelchair and pushed him up 600 metres up a very steep hill. I have no idea where we got the strength from.
Something happened, and we just ran him.
It did feel like the final challenge of the journey, and it did feel like it was meant to happen for some reason.
Yeah, I just don't understand why nobody else had that idea. Why did that happen?
But this is the first time we've properly walked backwards ever in the Camino, and
Apart from that one time.
yeah, and it did feel like we were meant to do it, I think.
We stayed at the top for quite a bit longer than we thought we would, and so maybe it was meant to be.
But we put a picture of it, if we can find one, right now. And we're back. Yeah. Or maybe I'll leave it a bit longer so you can see it. But yeah, lovely gentleman. He was really, really polite.
Santos, his name was. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, we got into the streets of, after that, we got into the streets of Santiago and we just walked, not really saying anything at all. It was just very, very emotional, and we were knackered by this point in the day. It was well into the afternoon.
But we got the best reception that anyone could have got.
So we were just guided by the sound of bagpipes. So bagpipes are famous in the Santiago,
Which
and
is, in German,
Western-
Dudelsack.
in the western region of Spain. Shout out to Mr. Green's German. Because the Galatians, they used bagpipe. Well, yeah, they have very strong Celtic roots. Because lots of people from Scotland and Ireland came by boat to the northwest of Spain back in the day, and they brought along their culture, and it's now become part of the Galatian culture. Anyway, back on topic. So we were guided by the bagpipes, and we just get to the cathedral. We see the cathedral, and we're like, yes, we've made it.
But this wasn't the front of the cathedral.
No, this was the side of the cathedral.
Side of the cathedral.
I mean, there was little.
Surely there's more to it than this.
Now we didn't record any of this because we were at this point like just so exhausted.
Yeah.
And it was late in the afternoon. We've been walking all day, but there was a little arch, and as we went through the arch,
Sun came out. So the sun
was already out.
It was like the sun was there. We were underneath this arch, and then we went through.
We went through the arch, and Yannick just screamed louder. It sounded like he had a megaphone.
Yeah.
He was
just like, yes!
And then we were like, yes, as well.
And then all of the Italian people, that most of if not all of them were there.
By chance,
and
all
the people that we've
like
been
80%
hanging
of
around.
people we've been hanging around across the whole Camino were just sitting in the square by chance.
So that,
Not even one group of people. So there was all the Italians.
and the English teacher as well that we met, and
they just put their heads up, and they were just like,
oh my gosh,
it's Mr. Green and Mr.
it's you
Cook."
guys, and they all just ran over, like hugging us, and like all the locals and all the tourists
They were
like,
so confused.
what is going on? Like, who are these people?
It's the biggest, like, just commotion that I've ever seen in Santiago. I mean, we've been there a few evenings now, but that was definitely
that was the highlight. That was the end of the Camino for me. But obviously we went to Mashir and finished there. But that was my end.
That moment when everyone just looks up. By chance, they're all there, almost waiting for us, but without knowing that we were, well, about to be there, kind of thing. And they just sort of look up and they just come running over, everyone, running over and just all hugging us at the same time, not knowing who the other people were. It was fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie, I did cry.
It was
Just sort of
it was
like
so emotional. And we spent that whole night just celebrating because we did it. And now we're going home, and this clip is obviously recorded afterwards.
The Camino makes you think deep about everything.
Just like both face. Right, nice and deep. Deep in the sea.
R.I.P. Mr. Boatface. That was bad. I fell over. That hurt.
So we've just parted with Norman.
Norman's on the plane.
He's gone to inspect the plane for us.
Yeah. We forgot his passport. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna give him mine, I think.
Okay. So that means I'm the only one coming home today.
No. He also doesn't have a normal passport.
Oh. So you do need passports for animals and airplanes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That is unless you put a snake in your pocket.
Don't do that.
I know
That is
someone,
animal smuggling. Please do not do that.
I know someone who has done that. No, they didn't. But they did put a snake in their pocket to hide it from. But I'm not going to do that. My snake's right at home. Calories and cornflake are fine, by the way.
Are they?
Good. Yeah, my dad's been feeding them.
time you saw them?
The other day. My dad's been feeding them. It's quite nice.
With cornflakes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cereal.
He's a cereal eater. The cereal. Okay. Anyway, this has been the best experience, and we've got all of you to thank for it. We've hit £2,000 all to go to the school. Absolutely amazing.
Crazy. And I've got another 30 euros from a few German ladies. They met them in
So
the other day.
it's crazy just how nice, and you don't really realise it until you talk to people. So we booked into a hostel with the only other people in our dorm were 3 other German ladies, and we just talk about school and how fantastic and amazing it is and how brilliant the kids are, you guys, and we told them how we're trying to raise money for everyone, and they were just so impressed with everyone and everything doing in school.
It's quite funny, one of them gave us 10 euros and then the other one was like, oh, I'm going to give more. It was like, 20, yay!
So, lovely ladies donated 30. I think it's best to wake up on this again.
So I do have to wake up.
An alarm.
I'm awake now.
Are you alarmed so that you have to wake up now?
I'm alarmed. I mean, that was better. That was better. Very alarmed.
think our puns are getting very dry, just like the sun and the heat in Spain. So it's going to be nice and fresh when we get her back.
Yeah. Oh, so Michelle, one of the indigenous Canadian, she said, how can you tell a Canadian to an American? C-A-N-A-D-A. Just say A. Right. It's quite nice. Yeah, A. But no, it's quite a nice use of the word A because in their language, well, in their community, it kind of brings people in. So, for example, if I said, this was a nice drink, A, like the A kind of brings on an agreement and it's like, it's a nice day, eh? It's been a good trip, eh? It's quite nice.
The other way to tell difference is to ask them whether they're from Canada or America.
That works. Also, they say oot instead of out. Oot.
But they still say tomato wrong.
No, they don't.
They say tomato. They both say tomato.
Did they say tomato?
Tomato. We say tomato.
Who said tomato? Tomato. They say potato though, so potato is not a thing.
Patatas is a thing.
Potatoes,
Bravo. Bravissimo.
Bravo.
Anyway, we won't keep you guys too long.
We've already kept them for 15 minutes.
If you're still here, well done. That's all you get.
What do you think of this beer? Looks good.
Bravissimo.
Looks like an actual beer. Mine.
It's getting there.
Only taken 27 years.
So Mr. Green has mastered the technique of growing hair on top of his head and all the way on the bottom, but nothing on the front.
Yeah.
So if you spun his face around,
it would look exactly the same. Yeah.
But it's nice. Anyway. Thanks so much for everyone watching. It's been amazing. Anything to add? Or subtract?
112 kilometres after the 800 that we already did.